The John LeBang Show has been known to make people laugh, sing, think, scream, throw things in rage, and generally lose their minds. Listener discretion is advised.
Scheduled programming to bring you a show on the edge, broadcasting worldwide and out to the greater universe. You're listening to the John LeBang Show.
Just before the show comes on, I get a wonderful email from my mortgage company. Welcome back, folks, after the long break. So I thought I'd share this little email with my listeners because I thought it was funny. It was cute. They sent me, it's all colorful. It's a colorful email saying, in 2018, John, you paid $2,194. So John, being the analytical fella he is, got out the piece of paper and the pencil and carrying the one, and I did all the math. I said, oh, it's not quite $200 a month. Ooh, okay, I pay a lot more than $200 a month. And I realized that they're making fun of me. See, they're happy that I only put $200 a month towards my principal. They give me the thing, your house is worth this much money. And I'm like, crap, I paid more than that. Plus, with all the interest, I'm like, oh my goodness. And I started realizing that my mortgage company was celebrating that I paid only $2,194 in principal because they were scamming the living crap out of me. Why wouldn't they celebrate? So with all the hoopla going on in the rest of the country, I thought I'd share that with you first because I thought that was funny, The joke's on me, Ha ha ha, John. We're making a boatload of money on you, you loser. Good job. With all the things the government and the people inside the government bicker about, all the this and that and the other thing, why the heck can't we do something positive in the mortgage market? Why are we so ripped off in the mortgage market? These damn banks that loan us money make hand over fist while we're, we little bit goes to your principal. Here, you pay $200 a month, John, in principal, and give us $600 a month. That's for protection, John. That's for protection from having your credit score be good. Because that's a thing. We have to have a good credit score because you can't do anything in life without a good credit score, supposedly. So I thought I'd share that with you because the mortgage company's making out. And these guys didn't even loan me the money, right? My mortgage was sold to these guys a few years back. They also celebrated that they've been ripping me off for 2 years because they bought my lousy mortgage, which is underwater, by the way. That's great. They bought an underwater mortgage. Your house gained 1%. Oh, well, that's not keeping up with inflation, is it? Not keeping up with inflation. It's the same thing. Why do the government people, all those people we elect to go up there and do something actually for on the behalf of us, the people, why in the heck don't they tackle something like this where the American people are blatantly ripped off by their mortgage companies because they get a loan for $70,000, $80,000, $120,000, whatever the amount may be. They get that loan amount for that house, and by the end of the damn thing, the mortgage company has made 10 times. I mean, you put that behind your back and twist your arm a little bit. How is that not more of a tragedy than that. They want to get. This is a great one. Being off, we're probably going to be all over the place, ladies and gentlemen, being off for so long. But this is also just wonderful. The big D's get back in office, those Democrats, right? And the first thing they want to do is go after health care. We need a single payer health care, everybody for Medicare for everybody. Blah, 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 blah. I love it. These same people run by Nancy Pelosi, the same lady running it, told us the last time that we would have a massively great health care system. It was called the Affordable Care Act. The act that was supposed to be affordable never was. It jacked up prices out of the, out through the stratosphere into outer space. It's probably beyond Andromeda now. How bad the prices have gone up in the medical and the medical field in general since Obamacare, and that was supposed to bring down premiums. Oh, sure, a few people got health care. Yeah, that was paid for by the people who couldn't afford either one and decided, I better take the fine because it's cheaper than health care. That's just great. So these same people that, for whatever reason, the American people thought it was a good idea to put the same people back in office that they got rid of. These same people are going to take a new approach to the healthcare system.
We have to pass the bill so that you can.
I wonder if we're going to be able to read the bill before they pass the bill this time. Last time, the lady who's running
find out what is in
the
it.
Wicked Witch, one of the Wicked Witches of the West. In fact, I think we're going to bring back the Scumbag Hall of Fame, one of our classic segments we would do here back in the day on this broadcast, because Nancy Pelosi is one of the founding members of the Scumbag Hall of Fame, and she's back running Congress or the House. Incredibly, I don't know. That was a beautiful little clap she did for the president, wasn't it? At the State of the Union.
But we have to pass the bill so that you can.
Boy, I'm all over the place on this one, aren't I?
Find out what is in it.
Where are we on time? Because, doing this all by yourself, you don't know where you're at in time sometimes. Oh, we got plenty of time to talk, ladies and gentlemen. So the Democrats want to fix the healthcare system that they destroyed. If anybody thinks that's a good idea, anybody, I'm going to have to question your thought pattern and your reasoning power. Because you cannot let a group of people led by the same person. See, this is not a new Democrat Party. This is the Democrat Party led by Nancy Pelosi. That's nothing new. We had that during Obama. We had that oddly enough, we had that when the big crash in the stock market happened. Stock market took a interesting few months after the election, and a month prior to the election, it made some corrections, knowing that the Democrats were going to be running things. You don't think those things are related, then I don't know what to tell you, because you don't have a broad view of the world. You got a very narrow view. It's like the law in New York that we're going to get to maybe eventually. Oh, boy, there's some people out there. They claim to be passionate and they claim to love the little guy, but man, do they like to kill things. Very compassionate people. I love it. So we have that on the agenda. We might even talk about some robot love a little later on, because that is being predicted as a thing everybody is going to be doing in the future. So that'll be... can you imagine that future? We probably won't have as many kids. I guess that'll take care of that abortion issue a little bit. Maybe that'll take care of that abortion issue if people are just having sex with robots instead of each other. That's better for society. That is a step in the right direction, isn't it, ladies and gentlemen, for society? we are going into the new realm. I just had a conversation with somebody. Oh, we must enjoy the new wonders of technology. Yeah, that person would probably be in favor of having sex with a robot. Hey, if that floats your boat, see, I don't care what people do in their little private areas, but man, I'm going to call you out for it if you make it known to the world, because I don't have the power, and I don't want to have the power to tell you not to do that stuff, but I sure want my freedom of speech to say you're crazy, or you're a little weird, or you're strange, or, you might be batshit nuts. I shouldn't probably say that on the radio. Put the beeper in there if we didn't already beep it out, because we can't. We're trying to be a little bit better for the radio. We're trying not to be all, excited. We don't want to be the Alex Jones of the radio. We're going to leave that to him, Mr. Sensationalizing. In fact, we've considered what kind of course we're going to take here on the John LeBang Show over the next incarnation of this as we evolve, I should say, the show a little bit. Because it's not really a new incarnation of the show. We're just changing with the times a little bit, changing with how we view the world and society, and what our role will be in that society, if we have a role at all. Because sometimes I think society don't give two diddly squats about what the banger has to say, and that's fine, because I'm just a small time guy. I get it. I've achieved nothing of importance. In fact, although I've attempted a whole great deal of things that most people don't have the courage or the guts to try, I didn't become hugely successful at these endeavors. And you attempt your best. You attempt to become what you want to be, and not everybody can get there, and you deal with it. So with only a few minutes left before we have to head to our first break, and please listen to during our break, because we have a new sponsor, and we would like you to, especially our listeners in Michigan, which we're on 3 stations in Michigan: Alien X Radio, Indie Radio Network, and Rogue Rock Radio. We'd like all of you listeners out there to maybe support our sponsors so they can continue to support us. They were a huge supporter of the Banger Music Awards, and we appreciate them for that. And we want you to, to do your part, because that's what we're going to expect from people listening to the show from here on out. We expect you to do your part. We're not going to be we're not going to take all the work we do and expect you to just throw it in the garbage. My listeners, what you hear on the show, spread the word. Help the indie bands that I help. Get the information out that I give to you. Heck, we're going to try to offer solutions, because unlike most of our colleagues in this industry, whether it be internet radio or the much larger mainstream radio, not many of them offer many solutions. They prefer to bicker and argue and point out that their way is better. Well, we might start pointing out all the scumbags, because I think that's going to be fun. Anyways, thank you for listening to this first segment. We've got to go to break. And when we get back, the real heart and meat of the broadcast is coming your way. Good to be back. See you in a minute. Hey, Uncle Shady, where are they going?
Hey, you, get back here.
The Joe LeBang Show will be right back. Are you in need of commercial or residential window cleaning? Do you need your